What is up, hackers? Good day. Welcome back. So, before we move into the next phase of exploitation, let's just do a quick recap of what we've covered in recon. And if you've been following along, you already built the VM to work with and using some real tools in a real vulnerable lab with made exploitable too. Okay, so I've got some notes here. Now, I wanted to point out that originally we used this note we created here with our Kali VM and our target VM IP address. I just wanted to show you that there's another note-taking app you could use called Cherry Tree, and I have a template here in my GitHub, and I'll leave the link in the description. And if we download it, we can we could just go to my hack the box template here. We'll get into that a little bit later on. And if we go here and open it with Cherry Tree, we will see that just open Cherry Tree here. We're going to open file, open this one. So you can see here that we have a lot of our steps, enumeration. So we get type our commands in here, the different ports that we found open, TCP and UDP ports, web services. We could use Nikto, Dirb, okay, other services. Then we get into our exploitation. So I didn't create this. I believe I put the original. I didn't. I have a note of where I found it originally. I modified it a little bit. Um, and what I normally do is I just change the title here where it says hack the box. I just change it to the IP address and then save it as a new one. So I'm going to close this for now. Okay, so originally we ran our Nmap scan, so we could just go ahead and copy this command here. And this is like our all-in-one command, except for UDP. I left that out to speed things along. Okay, and you can see when we run that, we're going to get all of our open ports and that sort of thing. And that'll take a second to go. We did our banner grabbing. Okay, so once this completes here in a second, we can run that. Just give that a second to go. Should only take a second. That'll be finished. So we got all our information from um, Nmap, which shows all of our open ports and that sort of thing. Lots of information there. Okay, so you could go through that. We have our banner grabbing. You could use Netcat. We could also use WhatWeb. Okay, that's also going to give us some of the same information here. You can see we have Apache, the version. We have Ubuntu, Linux. Okay, the PHP version, the title. You can see it's Linux. Okay, so we get lots of information there. And from there, then we could run Dirb and we can get, even though we used GoBuster in the last video, I'll just show you this one here, this all-in-one command we can run. So we have Dirb, we have the IP address, and we have our word list, and we're going to grep that, all the responses with HTTP into the desktop file dirb.txt. Okay. And once that finishes there, we'll have a file on our desktop called dirb, and we can see here in our notes, see dirb.txt. Okay, and when that finishes, we'll have a list of all the directories that we can go and further investigate to see what's there. Okay, and that should only take a second. It's quite fast. So you could use also, if you don't want to use cherry tree, you can also use, some people like to use Obsidian. Okay. Um, Obsidian you could get for Linux with an app image. Um, I don't particularly like Obsidian. I don't really use it, but that's your personal choice. I actually like cherry tree. Um, when you save the cherry tree database file, um, the data set can be, it can be saved with a password and encrypted. So it's nice if you want to share it with someone and save with the password. So this is finished now, and you can see if we open it, we have a list of um, directories. Okay, so we could go through and check those out. It's great. There's a lot. Um, there's a lot of directories. Okay, so you know you could use GoBuster if you want to. We used GoBuster in the last one. All right. So just to recap, we got our Nmap scan. This is basically the king of recon tools, and um, then we use Netcat for some banner grabbing. Um, we use Dirb for directories, and WhatWeb to gather some information on the host. Okay, so what we learned so far was Nmap, Netcat, Dirb, WhatWeb, and GoBuster. So we've identified the live host and open ports. We've done some fingerprinting of services and the operating system. We've discovered hidden directories, and we've detected outdated software and some misconfigurations. Okay, so pro level recon, all done on Metasploitable 2 in your hacking lab. Okay, and in the next video, we're going to take this recon data and we're going to move into the vulnerability exploitation, like Metasploit, manual web attacks, and maybe some privilege escalation, that sort of thing. So I hope you like this video. I want to try to keep them nice and short and sweet. And if I missed anything or if you have any questions, please leave me a comment in the, I'll put all the commands and everything in the description, and you can go and practice some of these commands in your own lab in preparation for the following video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.